In May 2002, I was hired as the first executive director of the community theater. And I knew from the moment I walked through these doors that this place is something special. The theater had only been reopened by an army of remarkable volunteers a few short years prior to that. And I knew there was so much potential within these walls, but I don't even think I could have imagined at that time all that we would accomplish in the next 2 decades. The improvements we made to the venue itself have truly been transformational. The theater was built in the 1930s as a movie theater, and 20 years ago there was no backstage. Our backstage was outside. There was no loading dock. We loaded our productions in and out of the back door of what was then a very small and narrow stage, with no orchestra pit, fly tower, or modern production capabilities, or adequate dressing rooms. We had no air conditioning in the building. The old steam radiators were noisy and ineffective. There was no fire suppression system, no offices or box office, and of course, we all can recall the lack of patron restroom facilities. I remember I would stand up on the stage before just about every performance and ask for donations. And I cannot thank our patrons enough because they are the ones who, through the years, built this beautiful performing arts center we enjoy so much today. I've been thinking about the incredible people I've had the privilege of meeting over the past 20 years, the generous donors, board members, volunteers, students, and patrons, and of course, the amazing and passionate staff and crew, a stellar team, who I have the honor of working alongside every day. I think about the artists and productions we've hosted over the past 2 decades. It numbers nearly 5,000 concerts, classes, and events over that time. Ringo Starr, Jackson Browne, Tony Bennett, Liza Minnelli, and touring Broadway shows like Rent have graced our stage. Artists who have made us dance in our seats and sing and laugh together. And I think about the artists that we've had the privilege of hosting that are no longer with us, like Joan Rivers, Aretha Franklin, Kenny Rogers, B.B. King, George Carlin, and others. I remember the first 2-week musical theater workshop session we held for students back in 2005. We weren't even sure if any children would enroll in the classes, and how it has grown into the performing arts school and education program we have today, the best in the state, with hundreds of children being inspired and educated in classes each semester. And I recall the first time the Miracle Project autism students staged their final production and the tears of joy from their parents who watched their children expressing themselves and having fun. Spring musicals, free community concerts, art gallery receptions, school field trips, the list goes on and on. And for every remarkable and memorable performance we have on the stage each night, 1,300 audience members bring their own stories and create their own memories at the theater. There is nothing like the magic of being part of an audience when the lights dim and a live performance begins. The excitement, the energy, the applause. And whether you're celebrating a special anniversary, going out on a first date, finally coming out of quarantine after a pandemic, bringing your child to the theater for the first time, or seeing an artist who has meant so much to you for decades, your stories are MPAC stories. And the joy this theater has brought so many generations makes it an absolutely extraordinary place. I have been so fortunate to share so much joy and so many great memories with you. And I thank each and every one of our audience members for all of the stories you have made for me over the past 20 years. Looking ahead, I am excited for what the future holds for MPAC as we continue to expand and upgrade the facility and evolve into a space that is so much more than a concert venue. We are a diverse community gathering place, an education center, a place where you and I and our neighbors share memories and moments. The story of MPAC has only just begun, and we continue to write new chapters every year. I am profoundly grateful to the countless individuals who have made this theater what it is today, and a community that is committed to keeping it vibrant and alive. I share and celebrate my 20 years with you, and I look forward to the exciting possibilities for the future.